In a world constantly on the brink of the unknown, what would it be like to wake up one day and discover that you are the only person left on Earth? What if time itself seemed to have unraveled, leaving you stranded between two parallel worlds? This is the chilling and mysterious story of the survivor of 2027, a man named Javier, who claims to have traveled from the future to find himself utterly alone in a deserted world with no one to confirm his reality. In February 2021, a Spanish man with the account name The Only Survivor posted a video on TikTok and YouTube asking for help. He said, "Today is February 13th, 2027. I woke up in a hospital and found that there was no one in the world except for me." He also added a video where we see that whether it's in a mall, on the street, or even at the beach, there's really no one. At first, not many people believed him, given the state of the world with the ongoing pandemic. It was easy to dismiss. Some netizens even suggested he go to places where people should be, like a hospital. Unexpectedly, the survivor went to a hospital and filmed the entire place, showing that it was empty. The important thing is that people actually went to check on the hospital and found it was still in normal operation. This made it highly unlikely that the man staged the empty hospital environment just for his video. But this wasn't the most incredible thing. Is it really possible that there's no one left in 2027? Or is this just a scary prank? After the first video was uploaded on February 13th, the survivor uploaded a second video on February 15th. Just like the first one, it showed that there were still no people on the street. And this wasn't a rural area in Spain. This was Valencia, a big city with 2.5 million inhabitants. But in the survivor's video, all the people were gone. At first, people thought it was possible to get these empty shots due to the pandemic. But even after the pandemic started to improve slightly, the survivor kept posting videos of empty places where many people should have been. At this point, everyone started to take the survivor's videos seriously. Some netizens even asked him to go to a large shopping mall in Spain, because surely there would be people there. The crazy thing was, after the street challenge, the survivor really went to a mall. The video showed the mall was just as usual, but there was no one inside. Not even electricity was running. Not just the mall. Later, netizens suggested a lot of other places, like museums, art galleries, shops, etc. The survivor went to all of them. People even asked him to go to a zoo. But as he went and filmed it, even the animals were gone. While the survivor kept proving himself, some netizens were still skeptical. One suggested that he was just going out early in the morning to take shots of empty spaces. Other places, like museums and indoor public areas, might just be less crowded at certain times. So other netizens suggested he film at a specific time and location. One netizen said, "Why don't you try the McDonald's?" And the survivor did go to the McDonald's, and apart from seeing no people, everything else was normal. We can even see plates on the tables and random clothes hanging from chairs. The most interesting thing happened at the end of the video when the survivor looked at his watch. It was 2:49 p.m. Some may argue that the watch could have been manually adjusted, but if that were the case, the next video might leave you even more confused. In the next video, the survivor went to a city square, and the time on his watch showed 5:45 p.m. Logically, it's impossible to film an empty street at that time of day, especially in such a large city. So, the question is, how did he do it? In addition to the McDonald's and City Square, the survivor also filmed at a subway station that should have been very crowded. You could even see from the station's running lights that a train was scheduled for 4:05 p.m. and 4:15 p.m., meaning this subway was still operating, but when the survivor filmed there, no one was on the platform. These videos started attracting more attention, but people still had doubts. Some thought it was just a technical trick, like using special effects. However, the survivor mostly used a mobile phone to shoot and uploaded videos almost daily, something even a team of CGI experts couldn't do. Yet, there were still some disbelievers. One netizen challenged the survivor to drive a car into the city and prove there were no other cars. To everyone's surprise, the survivor did just that. And in the video, we can see the streets were completely empty. But even then, some netizens found flaws in his story, saying, "If you're the only one left, why are you still driving in the right lane?" Another netizen challenged the survivor to visit a police station, and the survivor went to 3 different police stations and even went inside the police offices. In another video, he also drove a police car. No matter where he went, the survivor was always alone. But the question remains, if he really came from 2027, why is he the only one left? If there's only one person left in the world, why is electricity still functioning? Why does the internet still exist? The most important question is, how is he still able to contact people in 2021? Let's rewind to the first day of this incident, when the survivor woke up in a hospital. He was sure he was in 2027, but when he woke up, he found himself in a hospital with no idea how he got there. He couldn't even remember his name. The strangest thing was, when he walked out of the hospital, he discovered that there was no one else around. All the shops and cars on the streets were left in an emergency state, indicating no war had occurred. Later, the survivor found a mobile phone and tried to call someone, but he couldn't. The phone didn't have a signal, but the internet was working, so he made a few videos asking for help. When these videos were uploaded, the system showed they were from 2021. That's when he realized he had some connection to 2021. The next day, when he turned on a computer, the time on it was set to 2027. He filmed this and uploaded it to the internet, but many people were skeptical. One netizen suggested he check Alexa's current schedule, which he did, and Alexa told him it was March 21st, 2027. That couldn't have been manually set, since Alexa can't change its own time unless someone hacked into Amazon's server. This revelation made people start to believe his story. But then the survivor made a more shocking discovery. He returned to the hospital where he first woke up and found his medical record. It showed he had been admitted to the hospital on February 10th, 2021, after an emergency at 5:47 a.m. It also revealed his name, Javier. According to the records, Javier had been in a coma after the ambulance brought him in. His blood pressure was high, his pulse rate was rapid, and his temperature was extremely high. His condition was grave. When Javier found this out, he was shocked. He had been searching for information for days, but only now did he begin to understand what had happened. As Javier's videos started gaining media attention, he uploaded another one titled Impossible. It showed a temporary emergency tunnel he had discovered in the city, where he found a letter from 2027. The letter revealed that Javier was part of a project to study particle converters and had been sent back to 2021. However, due to a malfunction, he became trapped in a parallel universe. The letter explained that while he could interact with people in 2021, no animals remained in his world. His task was still pending, and he was told he could return to his original timeline if he completed it. As Javier continued to search for clues, he also interacted with netizens who found things in the exact locations he mentioned. The credibility of his story kept growing. Recently, a Spanish actor named Damian Mora Herman challenged Javier, saying if Javier could retrieve a book from a famous TV station in Spain, he would believe him. Damian placed the book at the station where he worked, with the entire film crew recording it as evidence. At that point, everyone thought there was no way he could retrieve it. Yet, to their surprise, the book mysteriously disappeared, and CCTV footage revealed a shadowy white figure entering and taking it. Could this be the appearance of people from a parallel universe, just as we might appear to them? Now, people are divided. Some believe it's all a well-organized hoax, while others think that maybe, just maybe, parallel universes really do exist, and that Javier might be waiting for help in another timeline. It's worth to note that while some viewers still question the validity of Javi's videos, the overwhelming number of different locations and details Javi has shown makes it less likely that this could be a large-scale hoax involving a public relations company. Moreover, the logistics of keeping something like this under wraps with so many involved seems improbable. This raises the possibility that Javi's story might be genuine, suggesting that parallel universes or timelines might truly exist, and Javi could be stuck in one, awaiting help. The idea that one could wake up to find itself in a parallel universe is a mind-boggling thought. So what do you think? Is it possible that Javi's situation is real?